Welcome to Gina Hardy Yoga page. How are you? Happy Sunday. Hope you've remembered UK as to turn the clocks back. It's certainly a pleasure to have another hour in bed, or maybe it wasn't another hour in bed for me because I was thinking about what I was going to say today and getting quite excited about it. And so what have you got planned for Sunday? I have got some really yin things to do today, like planting bulbs in the garden, making pumpkin soup, and then maybe just having a roast dinner and chilling out later. So it's a Sunday, no makeup, just chilling, you know. So just for this moment, take a moment to get present with me and take some deep breaths as we have done the last 4 days. I really find that stopping moment an opportunity just to be quiet, which for a young woman is quite tricky. So to continue on from what we've been talking about, young women are loud. I think high maintenance, yes. Demonstrative, creative, passionate, driven, directive, orchestrative, all of those things, which means we run our energy fast and hard, and you know, we're not easy to be around. I think it's like when we were born and how we learned to move through our lives, the volume was turned up on our energy, so we run our energy in a very much more masculine way, which can be intimidating to others, particularly guys and partners and stuff. So you know, we have got some strong energy coming through us, but it just is. I don't think it is something that you can change because you are just doing something that is coming naturally. You're either out there or you're not, and we run our energy in very different ways throughout our lives. So the last 3 days we've been talking about the practicalities of having a spider's web of schedules for others and ourselves, and we run our lives, we build our lives, we create our lives, we do all these things in a very directive fashion. And also over 40, where the change to yin is wanting to happen, maybe naturally, maybe beautifully, creatively, naturally, that we are moving into a more yin phase, and all of the things that happen over 40 and in our lives. And then yesterday I was talking about the effect on the physical body, this gift, because we are very head-driven women, and therefore we tend to just think, no, we'll get another ounce or an inch out of our day and our energy, and we compromise our body. So today, and what I was thinking about last night, I was getting terribly excited about it. I didn't really sleep very well last night, which is crazy. I was like, just switch the mind off, oh my God. But what I wanted to talk today is about some of the feelings in the next 3 days, about the feelings that we have internally. And one of my biggest things as a yang woman is wondering who the hell I am most of the time, and thinking being yang is big and, you know, driven, etc. And I find that a lot of yang women are actually struggle to know who they are. And maybe that's because very big amounts of yang coming through, very strong energy, is actually more embodying an inauthentic masculine way, and we're not. You know, we have womanly parts of our body. We are women, essentially. And I'm on this new amazing course, a spiritual, emotional, psychological, physical development course for 2 years, and our course tutor is extraordinary. And he's been talking to me recently about the authentic feminine and the authentic masculine, and that perhaps there are many women out there playing the inauthentic masculine role, i.e. yang, and there are a lot of men out there playing the inauthentic feminine role and more yin. And I will talk to you about yang women attracting yin men in a couple of days' time, because that is very significant. It's certainly affected my relationships. But today is about, do we really feel authentic? Do you struggle to be who you are, be accepted for who you are in this phase? And then I got to think last night, I had two revelations. One was that I was in the construction industry, in the aviation construction industry, and in my career going from late 20s all the way through my 30s and into my early 40s, I was working amongst a very male-dominated scene. So, and particularly with the older guys in my industry, I felt like I had to sort of be extra special in order to be heard and seen and understood and accepted for being a professional woman in a man's environment. So I was very yang throughout my 30s, working at Gatwick Airport and working and running teams full of men, and you had to have balls, okay? You just did. And then last night I was thinking, wow, but at 39 suddenly I had a problem with one of my ovaries and I had to have it taken out. And to me, the ovaries are like the female version of testicles. It's like we have balls, but the balls are inside, they don't hang away from the body. So, and I gave one of them up. And I thought to myself, wow, that was a sign from the universe that this is the masculine coming through me. And it's like, girl, you need to be more yin. You are running your energy and we're just going to take away one of your balls so that you can calm down a little bit. Don't they do that with dogs to calm them down? But this had happened in my body. And last night I was thinking what an amazing thing that is, but also quite sad at the time because I didn't know whether I had ovarian cancer, was that actually I was running myself in an inauthentic fashion, and you know, part of my body suffered, and I don't want that for you. So we were saying yesterday about listening. Listening is so important. Listen to the body, listen to the body. And if you love yoga, try yin yoga, because that is awesome for listening to the body. So there was that. And then I was thinking, we have had a very patriarchal world, and it has changed significantly in the last 50 to 100 years, where women have become very equal to men. But I feel that the patriarchal energy is still here in life, and yet the gender has changed. So it was men running the world, and now women are running the world. So there is still, to me, a patriarchal energy, but women are embodying the patriarchal energy. And actually what's really trying to happen is that the matriarchal energy, the Mother Earth stuff, is trying to come through, and through us as women who are wanting, I feel, at our DNA level, to be the authentic feminine, which is patriarchal energy is very directive. Matriarchal energy, authentic feminine energy, is receptive. And the difference between those two are they're just polar opposites, and I realise how much I have directive energy in me still, even though I've really started to kick back now in all areas of my life and listening to my body and doing all those things. But losing a body part just to be really yang, patriarchal energy still coming through. Women maybe, not only men. And yes, again, one of my ladies that's commenting, Steph, you do. Disease and problems in the body are a big wake-up call, and if we're running our energy very yang, we get slammed into a wall. Maybe we're put into bed with a chronic illness, or we just feel exhausted, and running energy and running on empty is really common for a yang woman. We just do, and we compromise our bodies, and also underneath it all, we are women. We are soft, delicate, voluptuous, sensual beings that we need to feel into that energy. And I know for one that I've compromised that energy in myself so many times. So is it authentic to be a yang woman? Partly yes, but partly no. And certainly as we change and we move into perimenopause, menopause, it's a natural shift from yang to yin. And yet, do we actually honour that, like the changing of a season? Or are we just going to continue being yang, which becomes more and more, to me, inauthentic? And our body, if we aren't congruent with our body shows us where we're not being authentic. So struggling to be accepted is one of the things that I've suffered with as a yang woman. I'm not sure who I've been, and the more yin I'm becoming, the more me I feel that I'm becoming, which is much more authentic and natural and all of those wonderful yummy things. So if you struggle with being yang, then over the next few days I'll talk about a couple more challenges, like what do we do to our men when we're very yang? We are big control freaks, but we also have a big inner critic. And we also have that sense of being alone because we're doing it all. Who is there to do it apart from us, of course? So that's what I'll be talking about over the next few days. But in the meantime, if you struggle with being yang, just one of the things I want you to do is to stop. To stop and to breathe and let life be much more simple. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Namaste. I love you. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.